Welcome back to the podcast your work friend told you was okay, the Shocker Squad. Join us as the squad reminisces about the funny times in their depressing lives. Grab a drink, a snack, sit back and enjoy the ride.
What is up, all you beautiful people? Welcome back to the Shocker Squad. I'm here with Larry and Rafi, as I usually am every week. Not for the past 9 months, but last week we did, anyways. Larry said this video sucks, so I'm going to make it worse than ever.
Nice.
We usually talk about how our week went. Let's start with Larry because we already know he doesn't want to go, so we make him go first. Larry, how was your week?
Exhausting. I've been working 12 to 13 hour shifts every day, coming home, not even remembering how I went to bed. And yeah, it's been a tough week. Very tough week. Yeah, you played that Valiant.
Just for you. Just for you.
Rafi, how was your week?
It was a long week. I worked 12 to 16 hour shifts on the regular. Not, a couple days a week. Hard. But I mainly drive, so,
I clocked out with 53 hours, okay? Go comment.
Yeah, but you get paid by the hour. Rafi gets paid by the day.
Yep.
He gets paid by the load.
I'm right. Be surprised all the slutty things I do for my money.
Not really. I know you this long.
I know. It's great. I was an all right week. Nothing too crazy. And yours, Josh? Because Larry won't ever ask.
Never, not once.
Nope. How was your week?
Boring as hell. My job is still dead due to construction. All I hear is Larry just yelling in the background.
I know, because they won't stay in their room.
Duct tape is cheap, friend. Silence is golden, but duct tape is silver. Nah, my job's cake. I sit there and babysit furniture for $14 an hour. So, it's not really anything crazy.
So I say, come work with me, friend. Yeah, I'm more fun.
No, I don't get to take a nap at work if I go work with you. No, I'll seriously be sitting there. I'll be drowsing out, and I'm like, oh shit. The fuck am I? But, nothing intense. Kids are crazy. Wife's angry. She's not in the room currently, which is surprising. But pretty soon you'll see that door open and she'll come in here with an angry look on her face. But, if that's all we got, nothing interesting, I guess. Except
Nothing
for,
new,
Larry.
really. Same old since last week.
But Larry had a hard week because he worked hard.
I know. He actually worked.
He's 30 now, so he can complain about everything.
Yeah. Body aches and pains.
If nobody has, like I haven't been doing this for how many times, Oh, come on. Wow.
Everything that's going bad is going bad.
This is like our first episode.
And like usual, we blame Larry.
If it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and it'll be Larry's fault.
This show should be called Murphy's Law with Larry.
That's my life. That is my life right there.
Big facts. Big facts. Oh,
Mama's in her room.
Dog pile.
It's not hearing. It's hiding down here.
She's in her room. You need to go to your room.
Come on. I've already told you. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hell on. Yeah, our first episode, y'all remember trying to record that shit? Couldn't get Riverside to work. And then we finally just had to record on Discord with OBS open. It took us like 6 different times to actually try and start recording.
Yeah.
It was nuts. And now look at us, still fucking up.
Fun times.
until we
Yeah,
can afford a small little studio and actually get professional
that would be dope.
grade.
That
Yeah.
would be dope. Just to get out of the house, just to go record for a little while. So if you'd like to sponsor us, just write in the comments
We'll
below.
just make it at your house, and we'll just set it up in your little office room.
This, you know how much room I have in this office? I'm like, I have enough room for this chair. I mean,
Very
compared to your
walkable.
setup, your setup's in the middle of a living room, so I can't say much. We'll go to Rafi's.
Yeah,
Rafi lives by
actually,
himself.
you're gonna get punked out of that spot. Larry's
We'll
gonna
put
take
Larry.
over that heater.
We'll put Larry in that pillow.
Larry right in
I
front of the heater. It'll still be
Honestly,
smelling
wouldn't
like.
mind. I mean, if we could set it up at Ralphie's, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I just
You
have
can
to
take
find a way
over.
over there.
You can take over Max's heater. It would still be smelling like burnt bitch.
I can hear your wife. Why do you have so many new singed hairs? They put me in front of the heater again.
Yep.
It's May. Yeah, I still have to sit in front of the
Burn my
heater.
beard off again. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
So I just gotten a like my first like official adult, not even an adult grill, honestly, but
A
still.
big boy grill.
Anyway, I got one for Father's Day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use it, and it's one of those like squared ones, like the cheap ones you can get at Family Dollar. And so I go to cook and stuff, and I put the cover over the fire, which was mistake number one.
And
Instead
it
of
was
it
sealed
letting it
too,
burn
wasn't it?
down.
It was sealed.
It didn't even have the vents open because I didn't even know about the vents. And as soon as I open it, whoo, just fire everywhere. My eyebrows, my beard, my mustache, front of my hair was all burnt. Shit was funny. I had to go and shave my beard because that's all I could smell was burnt hair. The worst smell in the world, right there.
That reminds me of the time my dad got a grill. We lived in the apartments over. I'm not gonna give the exact. It was like, you know where Wester's at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Park Apartments. And we have a little patio. My dad gets one of those square grills, whatever, but it's a little more expensive, not a Family Dollar one. It's the rollback Walmart one. He gets the charcoal in it, but it's like ready light charcoal, so it's already got like fuel in it. And then he puts lighter fluid on top of that. And this flame shot about 8 feet in the air, almost caught the apartment on fire. The overhang. I was like, oh my God. My brother was out there, my dad were out there, and they come in running. Like running into the house would have been the safe spot. And I'm like, what the hell happened? And they told me, and I was like, oh shit. I'm surprised either one of them had eyebrows.
That's funny.
But I mean, that's a good segue into today's topic.
Yeah.
Today's topic suggested by Lion Larry. So if you don't like it, write in the comments about that. Is the funniest thing that's ever happened to us, which can be, work stories, which we've told here before. I'm not going to reiterate the same stories we told here before, but if you have funny ones you have from work, it's cool. We'll start with Larry since it's his topic. Larry, what do you think the funniest thing that's ever happened to you since you've had almost a week full of prep time that you complained that you didn't have before?
And I forgot about the story that we are just about to tell before we started.
Yeah, you just forgot the story.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. That's the funny part.
Okay, you just turned 30. Dementia can't be kicking in yet.
It's the drugs.
What drugs?
Allegedly.
Right. See, I've been going over this and like all this other stuff I wanted to do. But one moment is when I actually quit being a driver at Domino's.
We almost got in a fight.
Yeah. The funny thing is actually a family member.
I believe that.
one of my quote unquote family members, Lionel. Anyway,
not
we're
gonna
not
name
gonna, I don't
names.
know, we're not gonna name names because he'll still catch these hands. That's no lie.
That's fair.
Anyway, we're all working together at a Domino's, and he wanted to become a manager, so he became a manager, and he was acting all nice for like the morning time, and that's when our GM was there too. And as soon as my GM, I think she went to go get water or something, and when she came back, he was acting all kinds of different. He was being rude to me. And like when she's gone, he was like all nice and stuff. But when she was there, he started being really rude. Well, we can take two pizzas at a time as long as they are within the vicinity, like 2 or 3 blocks difference. So I take one and it realized that there's another one going to the same address. So I pack up those two. He gets all pissed off saying that I'm stealing other people's deliveries and that I don't know. He's just going off and starting to cuss at me. You can't be taking doubles and you're a piece of shit because we're all supposed to be sharing the deliveries and this and that. And I got so worked up and I went to a GM and she was right there. And I was like, what the fuck you want me to do? Or what are you going to do about it? And she didn't do shit. She just looked at me. That was it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking leave. And I was like, I fucking quit. So I start walking out. And he's coming over to me, still cussing about the whole situation, still thinking that I'm taking the delivery out, which I'm just getting my shit out of the locker so I can go home.
Mm.
And I said, I quit. And he was like, oh, yeah, you quit? Well, then meet me outside, motherfucker. I was like, okay. So I went out there and stuff, and I was getting posted up and everything. I was like, come on, bro. And he was like, no, no, no. He started backing away and going back inside because the GM started to come out. Like, how are you going to try to fight me like that, bro? And then get all scared and shit. Talk a whole big game while we're in the kitchen and while I was getting all my stuff and then don't want to do shit. I think that's a funny thing that happened. Ralphie?
Funny things. I guess like funny things that happen with me is in serious situations, I still have fun. I still talk all kinds of shit, instigate a lot, instigate half of it.
I know that's how we became friends.
Yep. It can be like something serious and I'm still over there laughing. Fights going on. I was like, I bet you don't hit him.
You got to have a lot of stories from Lowe's. Hear about your bitch
just-
story.
Which one?
Yeah, there's a lot.
The one where he's driving around with the speaker where he couldn't say it.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of my other managers kind of got on to me because I kept calling the other manager a bitch constantly.
To his
That was
face.
his name. That was literally his fucking name.
It's because I didn't see. That's why I'm laughing.
Yep. And it was more like a challenge, you know. Like, went to the bar after work, and then she was saying that I needed to go one night, one shift without calling him a bitch. I was like, you know how hard this is gonna fucking be. So there I am, like, trying to find ways to improvise, and then they wanted me to get on the damn Zamboni and clean the floors over there in the department I was working in. We were able to have speakers. So, I got on the Zamboni. I was over there driving down, and I was like, you know what? Put on what was it, Ludacris? I think it's Ludacris.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
ludicrous.
bitch, get out the way! I blasted that shit all
Loud
the way
as
down,
shit.
going like 2-3 miles a fucking hour.
Not even.
Put one leg up over the damn steering wheel, just chilling, just driving. She's over there just looking at me, shaking her head. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying shit.
Loophole.
Yep. Always find ways.
It's just as bad as that one night that we were working. I almost made Rafi choke on his drink. We all sit in the break room for lunch, right? We probably got like a 30-minute lunch. And me and Rafi are just going at this dude, just you're a bitch, this and that. And he finally, I guess, got pissed off. And he told me, he's like, fuck you. I was like, no thanks, I got her, man. And Rafi but choked on his drink. He was mid sip.
Of Dr. Pepper of all things. It burned.
Worth it. Because the look on his face was just like deer in the headlights, like, huh? Like, and that was before he became a manager. Man, before he became a manager, he was bad. After he became a manager, he was worse. Like, so much worse.
Still kept calling him a bitch. He's like, you know I'm your boss, right? Oh, you're still a. I was like, you're still a bitch with the title. A bitch with the title.
That makes you queen, bitch. I'm surprised we didn't get written up at that job. Oh, I'm surprised. So much shit that we talked.
I told him, I said, if I ever get written up, I want you to be the one to do it, just because I got something perfect for that comment section.
I'm framing that shit.
Yep.
Can I get a copy so I can frame it?
I need like 5 copies. Okay.
That was funny. Whenever you still were laid off from COVID, they were still trying to get you back.
Oh shit, yeah. They tried to guilt trip me into going back. The only reason they wanted to is because I got delivery, like the delivery department running so efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started there, they were like getting out at like 9 or 10 o'clock when they would get there at like 6:30. Like, what the fuck? How are you taking 3.5 hours to get out of here? I get there and it's like probably a month later, I got them getting out at 7:30 at the latest to get out and go. And so when my son was born, I racked up 2 weeks of vacation and then they offered 2 weeks of paternity time. So I used all 4 weeks when my son was born. I spent a whole month with his first month there. So fuck it. And they were pissed off about that. Well, what? See, 6 months later, COVID started getting real bad and they offered 2 weeks for it to blow over. And, 2 weeks turned into 9 months. And so I started getting unemployment, and I got unemployment the entire time, basically.
And one the bonuses, you fucker.
You're still mad. You're still mad.
I was like, you get bonuses still? Goddamn. I was proud of you.
Yeah. Hey, fuck it. They didn't care about me. Well, probably like 3 months into me getting unemployment, they're starting calling me, well, we need you to come back because and they didn't really want to tell me that I was the only one able to do my position because they didn't want to train anybody before I left. Well, your unemployment hasn't been approved. I was like, all right, my checks say different. I was like, I don't think I'll be coming back. And then I just hung up, and then they never called me back. And I still got, like Rafi said, I got bonuses from that. And then I got Amazon Flex to pay me without working too. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Free money.
Yeah,
it was great.
I think funny thing about Lowe's is, I guess there was only like a couple of managers that actually talked to me. Other ones did it.
Or they would send me. They would send me to talk to Rafi.
To give me a message because it was bad. I talk shit to all of them. I don't discriminate.
You would still talk shit to me, but I would talk shit back to you. That was the difference.
We talk shit to each other all the goddamn time. But one thing, I guess it was kind of like a trigger. I guess I know we already did a trigger episode, but they would try to ask me to do shit for the front, and I can go up there to the front, and those cashiers are just on their fucking phones, not doing a goddamn thing. Only because, I'll say it because I don't work there no more, the manager just wanted to get his dick wet. That's it. That's all he wanted. So
you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Cater to all them girls up there. I was like, no.
No, thanks.
It's like, nope. I got my own list. Are y'all gonna help me with my list? No? Okay then. No.
I have to get my shit done before I can come help you with your own shit. When y'all are standing there, you're not doing a damn thing.
And I told him, I said, you got 3 people right there on their phone, not doing shit. And what are they doing? And why do you want me to do their shit for them? And he's all silent, quiet. I was like, exactly.
Well, it's just like me working in the back.
Yeah.
I had when I worked Sundays. Sundays were my favorite days because nobody bothered me. They let me do my own shit, and I put up appliances and shit, and that's how I knew where everything was. Well, one guy comes back there. He's like, "Are you forklift certified?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, do you mind helping me, or do you want to help me get something down for a customer? And I was like, "No." He's like, "What?" I was like, "No, I don't want to help you." If he'd asked me, "Hey, can you help me?" I'd have been more than glad to help him. But you phrased it wrong.
You asked him a question. He answered.
I don't want to help you, but I will. And then he got all pissy. He was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Josh." And of course, we have name tags or whatever, big bold letters on our vests.
There's only 4 letters.
It's not that hard. It's really not. Sound it out. He's like, "What?" As he's backing away, all big and bad and shit. Got himself. He's backing up. He's backing up big and bad and shit. What? I was like, "Josh," and just and I never, and like, if he reports me, it's his own fault. Everybody that ever was back there and asked for help knows to like say, "Hey, can you help me?" Not "Will you help me?" Because I'm gonna be a smartass.
Mhm.
Will you help me? No. Or like, can you help me? I can. Will you? Probably. Are you gonna? Maybe.
I really don't feel like it.
Do you want to help me? Not really.
And I loved it whenever they tell me not to do something.
Oh, that was the worst. That was the worst thing to tell.
Don't be doing this. I'm like, I'm gonna.
I'm gonna. I think there was one time I heard him telling you not to do something, and I was like, "I'm gonna," and I'm like 3 hours over.
That shit echoed. It was great.
That brings me to another funny story. So me and my brother are sitting in the kitchen and stuff, and of course my brother is pissing off my mom, like getting underneath her skin, getting
I can see
so
that.
mad. And she's like, "Adam, I'm gonna hit you." While we're sitting in the kitchen, I go, "Do it." And she gets mad and she starts slapping the shit out of Adam. We still laugh about that today because I just go to Adam, "Do it." Oh man, it's great. That was funny. And then when finally Adam was crying, he was like, "Larry's the one that said it. Larry's the one."
Instigator.
What? What?
That's like when I see people arguing, I'll be like, "Fight, fight, fight, kiss, kiss, kiss."
Yeah. That shit was funny.
I'm really surprised that me and Rafi never got written up for all the shit that we caused at Lowe's.
Oh yeah. Especially whenever I used to say, "You won't," you should have replied, "No balls." Never fails. So "You won't, no balls,
no balls." Man, we feed off each other's energy so bad and so well. Sometimes it's just
it's like second nature.
It's instinct. What were you gonna say, Larry?
I already forgot now.
30. Alzheimer's kicking in already.
30. That's what it is.
Warranty expired as soon as I hit 30.
Memory is full. Please clear more space.
When that time that we were walking at Pet Supplies Plus and that Chinese guy was washing his dog, I suddenly set up the meat before they cook them. That's what I was talking about. The group
Yeah.
chat. This was so we need to take him to PSP.
Yeah. God. If
We're
we
gonna
all
get
three worked
canceled.
if all three of us worked at a place, it would either function extremely well or not at all.
They would do their best to separate us.
Yep. That's what me and Rafi joke about sometimes. Is if we ever
If
go
he
to
gets a
hell,
write up, I get a write up too.
if me and Rafi ever go to hell and they see us sitting next to each other, they're gonna separate us.
No, sir. You have to go over here.
Because we'd still be talking shit. You
I can
call this
just
a
see
punishment? You call this a punishment? My friend fingers me harder than that. Rafi across the room, giggity.
Yep.
I can see that conversation. Oh man, that's good.
Like I said, it's kind of like when we play Destiny. There's either we get fucked up entirely or we synchronize so well. It's either or. There's no gray area.
Yeah.
That sounds so weird in the microphone.
Oh, it does.
Sounds so
Nice.
sexy.
Not
Making a
sponsored.
drink ASMR. SMR.
I do what I want.
I can't stand ASMR shit. I cannot. I don't know why. That's a trigger for me.
I'm grown. I do whatever the fuck I want.
I never said you couldn't drink. I just said I don't like the sound.
It does sound weird.
How about this, friend?
Excuse me.
Put a chat in the chat box. I finally said it for you on the stream.
God,
Go
I put
tell
that
the
in one of
story.
I put that in one of our edits.
Yeah.
Lit.
Tell them about that story, friend.
I told that story on
Oh, did you? I
on
forgot.
the show because I put it in the. I think it's in the Triggers video itself because
Yeah.
I edited in that clip to explain
Why?
what it was and why you get the rare sound on my stream. And Rafi abuses the shit out of it
Oh yeah.
because I made it so cheap. I think I made it like 5 points.
On
Lion
Twitch.
Larry.
I hate you for that.
And it's a giant ass fucking picture of Larry just on the middle of the screen.
I think he really hated whenever I started saying it. It's like, what is a lion? Basically, a giant pussy.
You heard his feelings so bad the first time you did that.
I hate you.
He
All I kept
questioned
saying
your
was
friendship.
here, like here, kitty.
That was the first time Larry ever questioned friendships in a serious matter. Like we joke about Larry, like I don't want to be friends with these guys, but that was the first time he really thought about not being friends with us.
So ready to sign the divorce papers.
It's like, go ahead, you can take half my shit. I ain't got shit anyway.
Yeah, right. I ain't got shit to take. What assets?
I'm
Or
still
when,
up for that, friend.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. How about me and you get married? And we have an open relationship. Have you heard about that? So two men getting married so they can have an open relationship. They don't have to worry about women taking half their shit.
We'd fight more than a married couple, anyways.
That's true.
Because you have OCD, and I know you do. Well, it's
You
just
do
like
that
when we
just
work.
to fuck with me too, all the
Oh yeah,
time.
all the time. It'd be worse if we were married. Just instigating shit. Like when we worked at Pet Supplies, and we would do the walks, and I would move shit randomly.
I fucking hated that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want us to have like everything perfect. Like it has to be like on the line when you look down the aisle, nothing's sticking out of the aisle. And we had to walk the store at night to make sure that everything was in the line perfectly.
Everything fronted
And
faced.
which, I mean, of course, yes, it makes the store look good and stuff like that, but they wanted like top tier perfection. Anyway, we'd walk through the damn thing, and I'm in the back because I'm the manager, and I'm having to like double check everything. We get it perfect, and there's always one can on Josh's side that is either not turning right or the bag is crooked all the time, just to piss me off.
It was worse with Cassidy because I would do like multiple things while she was walking with us. And then one time I went to fix something and she shoulder checked me out of the way. But as big as I am and as skinny as she is, she's the one that went flying.
That's just
And of course, I played it up. I did the whole like falling and, I pretended to lay over the bags and shit like she would hurt me. And she's like freaked out. And I was like, oh.
that was great.
And then Rafi fucks with Larry's OCD too.
Oh yeah, I have fun with that. They hated me at Lowe's with the end caps though. To this day, walking from my department is on the other side of the fucking store from the back. And there I am just walking down the aisle, going through the tiles and just turning shit fucking sideways, turning the sign backwards, upside down, going by appliances, opening up all the damn wash lids.
I would walk through and say, "Oh, Rafi's been through here." I wouldn't fix shit either. I would just leave it.
Especially whenever they put the signs on the carts in the back. Do not take. It's this. I can't get out my marker. I write out, I'm gonna. It was a couple of papers, like, do not take. I'm gonna. And I just leave it there. It was on there for days.
Should have wrote, "Oops, borrowed one," just to see if they'd freak out and not take shit. I would fuck with Larry's OCD when we worked at Family Dollar. Which was hard to keep. It was hard to keep your OCD in check there.
So the first day, or the second day, we both started. We decided to reset
Oh
the
God.
damn canned food,
Oh yeah.
and we spent 3 to 4 hours straightening out the damn cat food for us to turn our backs, come back to it, and it be completely destroyed.
Yep.
That's what our OCD really fucked us up. Or the time that you did the socks.
Hey, I fixed them bitches, and somebody came through and it was just destroyed.
Destroyed in a matter of seconds. I was like, man, that was
Never
great.
mind. I'm in trouble.
You're grounded.
Sounds right.
I'm proud of you.
Did you finally get you a bra, friend?
No, I'm just slouched over forward.
I'm saying because you got a bra behind you.
Yeah, that's hers. I was gonna
He
say you're finally.
He borrows it from time to time.
I couldn't tell if Larry's wearing a shirt. See that hair? Show your arms, friend.
Look at that. It's terrible.
Now measure his chest. It's
Don't
10
mind
times worse.
this. I'm not finished with this. Still work in progress, but anybody wants to see the tattoos. But yes, I am hairy as hell. Technical difficulties.
Oh, no, he's talking to his kiddo.
Small child escaped her room. She broke the duct tape. Yeah, you're so concerned about yours escaping.
He's just passed the fuck out. Hey.
Nothing.
Lazy bitch. He's like, fuck you. Nothing.
Nothing.
Hey.
Some guard dog.
He's like, nope. Not
Oh,
today.
friend, guess what popped up in my memories today?
Oh God,
on
here we go.
Facebook? Remember when we took that Valentine's Day picture?
Oh, I bet some points.
I said that to Jimmy. He was pissed. Because Jimmy, like, even jokingly about gay stuff, like, he just completely hates it. And this is not does not reflect our views. I'm just saying what kind of
No,
person
yeah.
this person was, and like he just hated gay shit. And so when he saw us doing that, he pulled me to the back and told me to stop, like with the most sternest voice. Like he was mad. But you got to put that picture up. That shit was funny.
I'll see if I can download it and put it on the. But when we worked there, people were like, "Man, y'all are bad." I was like, "Man, we were holding back so much when we worked there," and they thought that was bad. They have never seen our streams.
Remember
Our
the time
streams
that?
were
Go ahead.
time to what? No, go ahead.
No, the time that I got the extra spider web and stuff, and I put it on like it was my thong. I was walking around the store with it. That shit was funny.
And then we had to be careful talking into the radios because you never knew who didn't have an earpiece.
Especially after all the other managers had left.
Oh God! I was waiting until the store was closed to start doing shit, just so Larry wouldn't get in trouble because he was the golden child.
Not facts.
That was sarcastic, friend. You wanted to be the golden child.
Sorry, I wasn't willing to lick the chocolate off that ass.
Man, I wasn't either, and that's why they did not like me. You could tell they didn't like me.
That shit's funny.
They would get mad because I would do my job and still talk shit at the same time. 9 times out of 10, hey, can you get this done for me? And I'd already got it done. Nah, I'm good. It's already done. Never failed either. And then Jimmy always avoided me. Always avoided me. If he didn't have to talk to me, he would go out of his way not to talk to me.
That shit's funny. Remember Family Dollar, friend? Quitting?
Which
It says-
that was the best day ever.
So we were wanting to get her in trouble, actually. So this GM that had hired both of us to be their manager. Well, she wasn't really a GM. She was assistant manager, but the GM was off and was it maternity leave?
Maternity leave.
Yeah. So we got hired on, and we're the only managers there.
Shit, I wasn't even a manager.
And you had manager pay. No, you didn't have manager pay. You had the title, but not the pay. That shit was
I was
funny
getting
too.
paid as a cashier.
Anyway, so I started looking in because she was always at the computer adjusting her time. So I started like taking pictures of that and stuff. And she didn't know what the hell she was doing anyway. So she was messing with her time. She didn't know how to order inventory. She would zero everything out, and we would get like a shit ton of it because she didn't know how to do inventory.
The back room
And
was filled
so
with back stock.
you had to
Back-
swim back there, literally. Had to swim. Anyway, so the condition is just getting worse and worse. Like it doesn't matter. Like throughout the whole week, like everything we have is overstock, overstock, overstock. And me and him are the only ones that are putting up truck. And so I told the manager, hey, I'm gonna leave this U-boat here if you can get this done. It never got done for 2 weeks.
I never touched it because
It's
I knew what he was doing.
That U-boat stayed there, the same aisle for 2 weeks because I was trying to see if she would do anything, but she never fucking did anything. So we got tired of it, and decided to quit. So he's at the job.
It was right
And-
before Valentine's Day. It was right
Yes, because she even helped me. She even helped me build the basket that I gave to Misty the day before. So we're acting all like we're friends and shit. And the head honcho, he was there trying to show her how, not to do inventory. And so he's leaving. So I walk up and Josh is there and I slam my key on the table. She's like,
I was
"What's
texting
this?"
you. I was texting you since I got there. Bro, I'm about to get out of here. I'm done. I'm about to turn my key in. He's like,
I'm
wait,
like,
wait.
No.
He's like, wait, let me get there. Just give me like 15 minutes. I was like, bro, you've got until they get done with this walk. And then he gets there right before they end the walk. And he has me ring up the entire Valentine's Day basket that he had. The only transaction I really did while I was there.
So I could get my discount still.
And then as soon as he's done checking out, he puts his key on the counter. I was like, bro, I was the one quitting. And you took all the thunder out.
And he's like, counting his drawer. He's like, "Yeah, I quit too."
No, because she's like, what's this? And Larry's like, it's my key. She's like, are you quitting? He's like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, what do you mean pretty much? In my head, I'm like, what do you mean pretty much? She's like, okay, whatever. And I guess she opened or whatever. And she was going to have a long day. She was ready to go home. I was like, yeah, I'm done too. And I handed her my key. I was like, I'm going to count my drawer and I'm out of here. I just see this destruction inside of her. Just,
And then we hear 2 weeks. And then we hear 2 weeks later, everybody got fired from that spot.
Did not matter how long they were there. Nothing. They all got fired and replaced.
Even the GM that was on maternity leave the whole time.
So we get out just in time. I think that's the straw that broke the camel's back, though, is us quitting.
Yeah. That shit was
But
funny.
she kept telling me, oh, I'm going to get your pay fixed. I'm going to get your pay fixed. Never did. I was getting paid as a cashier. We're doing manager shit. Like,
Yeah.
this is some bullshit. So I was done with that, too.
That was funny.
I think that was the most fun I've had quitting a job.
Yeah. All right. Funny stories with your kids. Because I know we all have funny stories.
My favorite ones were your eye broke out of that that wagon for Rafi.
Right up the part. Just,
Yeah.
He was already hauling ass up that little hill. I was like,
He was gone.
yep.
But if you got a different one, go for it.
That's really one of the funniest ones. Yeah. Besides him, like turning off routers and shit.
Yeah.
The
Laughing.
Yeah, the surge protector, pushing that red button just because it was glowing.
Mhm.
Shut off my internet so many times.
He did that to his mom too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because she called you.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was great. Because you called me laughing.
He said, "Nah, nah, boo boo," and took off running.
That's the day we were taking pictures, huh? No? Yeah?
No, that was
Yeah, because we were at that same park.
that was
No,
a
we were
park that was
different
on
park.
the north side. The other one,
Yeah.
that was for the party that we tried to reserve that table, and that lady was making a big ass deal,
Mhm.
showing me a paper
Oh,
that
yeah.
she reserved, whatever. I was like, okay, I don't give a fuck. It's like, we have this reservation at a public park. Yeah, okay.
Do you, boo boo? Do
She was
you?
like, I got a paper right here. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, for the baby shower, wouldn't it?
I think it was my baby shower.
No,
Or Caden. Or was it y'all's?
it was ours.
Yeah, because
So because we're gonna have it there, and then we ended up having it at my mom's house because
That's right, yeah.
yeah.
God. Can you imagine if all three of us were there when the lady's like, you got paper, this and that? And it's like, she would just started talking to a Spanish friend. Like, how do you get papers and I don't? Or really throwing her ass off. What's your funny story about your kid's friend?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking him trick or treating this past October because we go and we're hitting up all these trunk or treats and stuff, and there's one at a nursing home, and so you have to go through this like little corridor before you actually get to where they were in the cafeteria or whatever, and we're all this couple in front of us was unloading their kids off this wagon that they pulled them in, and Larry walks up to one of the kids and he's like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's me, Spidey, it's me, That freaking cracking me up. And he just kept telling the kid, "Don't be afraid, it's me, Larry or Spidey." Yeah, this shit's funny. Oh, and then yesterday, Misty comes and picks me up so she can take me for lunch during my lunchtime. And we're all sitting in the car, and I'm eating my food. And Daniel's like, "Daddy, I don't want Papa." I was like, "Okay." So I give him a piece. And whenever I bring him the fork to him, he goes, like makes the sound effects and everything. That cracked me up. There's a lot of funny moments with them. There's never a dull moment with Larry and Daniel. They yesterday they were cracking up over monster trucks because there was a video on Facebook, and so I had put it on TV, and they could not stop laughing and saying, "Oh my gosh," and stuff like that. And just watching them watch the monster trucks is pretty funny. All their reactions and stuff.
Yeah, mine involves my kid cussing. Of course. My dad took us to Louisiana for the Liberty Bowl. Not this past December, December before. It was just me, my dad, and Caden. It's kind of a boys trip, and we're going through Tyler. And first of all, it was raining. You couldn't see the car in front of you, like not even a foot in front of you. And my dad's, of course, white knuckling the freaking steering wheel, trying to make sure that we don't crash. And Caden's playing on his little tablet, and he's trying to talk to my dad, and I was like, "You give Grandpa a minute, dude. He can't see shit." Well, we finally get out of that rainstorm, and there's this curve, and it leads to a light. And my dad's still doing probably like 60, so he's got to hit the brakes pretty hard. And he hits him hard. And my son, leaning forward in his car seat, he looks up from his tablet. He goes, "God damn, Grandpa," and goes back to playing on his tablet. Didn't miss a beat, nothing. And it was more impressive that he cursed correctly. Like, you couldn't get mad at him because he did it correctly. My dad just looked at me shocked. Like, he wasn't upset that he cussed. He was more upset that he got him correctly.
Ooh, another good one. Larry is now telling us that he's ready to be potty trained, or when he wants to go potty. And so Missy was telling me the story that he went in the restroom, and I get angry because I have to like close the restroom all the way. Otherwise, the boys will be in there playing the entire time while I'm trying to
Yep.
take a dump and stuff. So I guess he's trying to mimic me. So when he goes into the bathroom, Missy like leaves the door cracked open and stuff. And he's like, "Mama, shut the door, shut the door." So she leaves it cracked. And he gets mad and is like, "Shut the door. Close the door." So we had to close it all the way. And he finally peed and stuff like that. First time in the toilet. So I'm excited about that. But I like how he's acting like me, where I'm like, "Shut the door."
Man, these kids.
And
I think
mimic
that's
you.
why I get mad at them so much, is because they are me. And I'm not the biggest fan of myself most days.
No. Oh, another one. When I was it's gonna make me sound bad, but it's funny.
Go on.
Mm-hmm.
It's whenever I ended up fighting my drug addict uncle. And so the funny thing is me and my dad are walking the boy Larry and Naz to the park and stuff. No, I don't think Larry and Naz was there. We're walking the dogs to the park, and we're taking this back way behind the school, and we meet up with my uncle. Well, he tries to kick my dog, so I get pissed off at him, and I confront him about it, and he throws cinnamon bun rolls at me.
You've told this story.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so. Yeah.
We asked, he asked at the end of
And
the story.
later to find
What
out
about the
all of
cinnamon
that
rolls?
was apparently on Facebook that I never got to see. So
Yeah, that was
that
a
was
real
really fun
question.
to say.
What happened with the cinnamon rolls at the end of it?
Yeah.
The funny part is the cop said when he threw the cinnamon rolls at you, were you afraid for your life?
That's even funnier
Yes,
now because
yes,
you're
I did.
diabetic.
Technically,
Yes,
that is a
sir. I
danger to
am
you now.
very afraid.
It's just no worse than Rafi. Fuck your diabetes.
Showed his boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, down it again so you get another scar.
No, I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta be on the road tomorrow. So
On the road again. Can't wait to get back on the road.
That's bullshit. Rafi can
For
wait.
a guaranteed 12 to 16 hours. Not just, once or twice.
I laugh, but I only work 8 hours of the day.
But that's why I told you, anytime I hear somebody complain, like, I had to work 12-hour shifts.
We used to do that shit weekly.
Yep. That's when I bust this out.
I
like,
remember doing that at the
"Aw."
car dealership.
That was straight commission, huh?
If you weren't there selling, you weren't making money at all.
Keyless entry.
Yeah, there's a good story.
What?
So back when Larry didn't really like me, he worked at a car dealership and I was needing a car. So his wife sent me to him. And I was like, there was a Mustang there that I really liked, but it was, not in the works. And he got me into a Jetta? It was a 2019 Jetta. I was like, hey, does this have keyless entry? Because my mom's car at the time had keyless entry, and I really liked the fact that I didn't have to worry about, starting the car with a key. Or, I could just open the door while I had the key in my hand. He's like, yeah, it's got keyless entry. It's got all this, that, and the other. I get into this car. Guess what it doesn't have?
What he was promoting.
It doesn't have keyless entry at all. So I don't think it was intentional, but it felt intentional at the time because he didn't like me.
He was a salesman. Doesn't mean he's a good person.
Actually, quite the opposite if you're in sales.
Yeah.
Which I'm in sales, so fuck. But yeah, I just remember talking shit about that for like months after I got the car. And then that car got repoed during COVID, so. But yeah.
I have a trigger story.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. See if I can
Go
remember.
on.
I just forgot about it. Never mind.
No, dear Lord. I'm not cutting that out.
Okay. So it's a suicide trigger warning for listeners. Anyway, so I end up trying to overdose on medication in my car. And my ex-wife shows up, and I've already like downed a whole bottle of like medicine and stuff. And I remember it wasn't funny at the time. Kind of fucked
sleeping
up
pills?
in a way.
Is this a
Yes.
sleeping pill story?
Yep.
Because I think you've told this story.
Did I? No.
I don't know if it's on
Anyway,
recording or not.
I was going through an overdose, so she calls the ambulance and stuff, and the ambulance people come pick me up. And at the moment, I'm still, like aware of everything. Like the medicine hasn't done anything, hasn't taken effect, whatever. And so I'm answering all the questions, and he's like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" And I'm like, "I'm a car salesman." He was like, Oh, that's probably the reason why you're trying to kill yourself.
You have said this story.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah, he
I'm
told the
at my
story.
lowest point. At my lowest point. And he say some shit like that. That was funny.
I think me and the paramedic would have got along.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think Larry would too now.
But I do have one question. How good a sleep did you get that night?
See, but the thing is, it's not really sleep medication. It was depression medication at the time. But I did get a good sleep.
But did you go to bed happy?
In a way, until I woke up the next morning and my ex-wife left me. So I guess that's the whole reason why.
Until you woke up and realized you failed, huh?
Yep. It's like, God damn it.
That's how I really feel whenever I wake up in the morning too. Damn it, I woke up again.
You know me, I make fun of bad situations. I don't give a fuck.
That's great. What else?
Oh, I'm still thinking about the keyless entry now. Still mad. I'm mad about it again.
Every time, and then whenever we get in my car, I'm like, "Look, friend, keyless entry."
That's all right. I usually just bring up the time that you forgot who my mom was.
To this day, I even got my. I'm gonna have to screenshot you this. Oh, my phone's dead. Anyway, I still have the conversation of me and his mom on a messenger chat where she was pissed off at me for forgetting her at the grocery store because she was working at a grocery store and I was checking out. I'm completely oblivious, and she's like, "Larry, you're not gonna say hi to me?" And I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
hi."
hi."
Still didn't know who she was.
At all. And so from that day on, she had never let me forget.
Never. The one time Larry's like, "Hi, mom." Oh, she's like, "Oh, you now know you know who I am." That shit was great. She never let you forget that shit.
Never.
Weren't you with your mom at Amigos?
Mm-mm. When?
Because she worked at Amigos.
Yeah. We had went there and I think we got some pozole or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. I was like,
That shit was funny.
she came home and told me about that, and I was just dying laughing. Let's see. Oh, I don't got nothing. What?
I don't have anything.
You act like you were going to talk, so talk. I mean, we're right at the hour
funny
mark.
delivery stories, Rafi?
Nothing really more delivery. I know what's funny is that getting to know you two was kind of started like around the time we got alcohol together. Like Josh was like, "Hey, you want to get some drinks in the morning? You know, when we get off work." He was like, "Oh, I ain't got no money." He's like, "So what? I got you. Come on." Come drink.
Well,
That's how we became friends. Really, it started with alcohol.
I'm not social, so I was already thinking like I'm not gonna go, whatever. And then Rafi's like, "Well, I'll pay for you." I was like, "I guess I'm going," you know.
You can smoke, get some breakfast, and then when I met you at his wedding, busted out the good
Remember
Don
how
Julio
jealous I was,
1942 tequila.
God, Larry was so jealous when I told who Rafi was. So jealous. I was like, yeah, my other friend Rafi's gonna be one of my, grooms, whatever. And he's like, "Oh, who's that?" Like a jealous wife. And then
He's like, I'm the other slut. I got brought alcohol though.
And now the three of us are just like the best of friends and shit. Like, it's funny. Larry didn't like me at first. Now we're best friends. Larry didn't like Rafi at first. Didn't even meet him yet. We're right at the hour mark, so if y'all want to cut it here, we can.
Yeah.
This one went smoother. I guarantee that. Because, Larry just had to record last week.
I know.
Yeah. I didn't even want to record this week, but
That's all right. I got a contract, so I'll sue you for breach of contract if you don't record.
For what? I don't do anything.
I want $2.
You're gonna make them go
Shit.
broke.
I am broke.
We all broke. That's all right.
You
I
better
got you
start
$1.
saving. You better
I
start
got you
saving.
$1.
It's like, oh, you almost got it. You got to be quicker than that.
All right. Well,
Fun times.
this has been fun. Rafi, you changed your name again, so I'm trying to remember what it is. It's _ 69 MFT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can find Rafi at Raphael _ 69 MFT. Again, if you don't know what that is, figure it out on your own. We're not going to tell you. It's funny, but we're not going to tell you. You can find Larry at Lion Larry on Twitch as well. And you can find me at Beg for Mercy 10101 on Twitch and YouTube. We're here on Spotify mostly. We have YouTube. I actually got the last episode up on YouTube.
Nice.
We talked about TikTok last time. Spotify. I said Spotify. Facebook. I don't know if we're still doing that or not. Apparently, we do have a page. I just don't know if we're doing any upkeep on that.
Haven't been yet. I just got to get all my materials.
Yeah, it's cool.
Together.
No rush. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram doesn't like us. Fuck them. I can swear that I always forget one.
I don't
Is it
remember.
Twitter?
No.
We're not on Twitter.
No.
But Discord, of course, the link will be on the screen. Last time I put it over Larry's face. I'll probably do that again. I laughed so hard when I made that edit. I was like, that shit's funny. It made me think of Larry doing the Mike Wazowski. I'm on a podcast. but stuck in a loop. We're here every Wednesday at noon Central Time until Larry, eventually cops out.
Next episode, Larry will not be joining.
Love you, friend. But until next week, we'll see y'all later. Peace out. There you go.
Thank you everyone who listened and watched. Join us Wednesdays at 12 noon Central Time for another episode of the Shocker Squad. Please remember to like, follow and subscribe. We'll shock you later.